ASMR Susurrations. When I was very young and couldn't sleep, one of the ways that I helped myself banish the intrusive or relentless thoughts going through my head was to try and imagine that if I could just relax enough that I could make my body lighter and lighter until at some point it felt like maybe I was in water. I could feel my arms floating out to the sides, feel my body become more and more light until eventually, very gently and very slowly, my feet would leave the ground, all the while remaining very, very calm, noticing my breathing, but not forcing it, just letting it go in and out so slowly. Each breath out, each exhalation, my body become lighter and lighter until I rose up, higher, higher than my house. I would think, what does the roof look like? And I would imagine the roof as I got higher and higher. And then I would imagine myself floating up past the tree in my front yard, watching the branches go by as I remained calm and light like a cloud until I was above the tree. I could see its leaves from the top. My house was smaller. I could see into my backyard as I slowly rose up higher and higher. I could see my neighbor's yard and house. As I rose up, I could see my whole neighborhood. I would imagine that I would get pushed gently by a breeze, a gentle wind that would push me away from my neighborhood. As I rose still up and up, I wondered where the wind would take me. I also wondered if people would see me, and if they did, would they point? Would they believe that this boy could fly? Would I get so high that I would be like a balloon and no longer able to be seen from the ground? Would I float through the clouds? If I did, would I feel them? Would they be soft? Could I feel them touching my skin? This was a great deal of comfort to me as a child. as a child with insomnia even then. This almost always did the trick.